certificate course on psychosomatic disorders. So I welcome you all again to this session. So I welcome the core committee members, patrons and chief patrons, and Lakshman sir, Ganeshan sir, Krishnamurthy sir, and the chief guest Redappa Reddy sir, and special invitee Venu sir, and all other participants and all the remaining participants. A hearty welcome to you again. So I request BG Reddy sir, the president of WCOP, and to initiate the session.
Yeah, good evening once again to everybody. I am inviting you all to this seventh session that is on psychosomatic disorders. Actually, this psychosomatic disorders, mainly these allergies. Allergies are mainly, there are 10 in number. So which are quite, just it is most essential to discuss all the 10 allergies. Already we have concentrated on only on nuts and on foods also, but rest of the allergies, what I request our Ganeshan sir, just to, because you know, many population in the society, they are suffering or experiencing almost all the allergies mainly. So what I request Ganeshan sir, let us concentrate on to cover almost all the allergies which are quite important for the human beings that is the society. So I think there are about mainly 7 types are there, or 10 most common allergies are also there. And the majority of the allergies are coming from pet animals, sir. And you know, every day I am seeing just in front of my house, very recent new trend, this one. Almost all the girls now, they are buying 50,000 worth one puppy. A puppy is a small dog. So they are not taking care of their parents, I'm sorry to say. But even to come to the shop to buy milk or something, they are coming like having a child in their arm, like that. So without that, they can't live. They can't speak to their own children. They can't speak to their own elderly people. They can't speak to their even any guest goes to their house. So that is the mania, I can say, mania. Why the people are developing mania of such type of things, you know, if they continue, what is going to happen to this society? It is a big question mark. After all, they cannot just even, they're all working women. This is a recent trend. I think in the morning, just 3 women, they are coming with puppies. I'm very sorry to state this. So, based on this, I request Ganesh sir, allergies are quite important. And you know, even I came to know this retina damage also occurs at times through cats. In our very nearby university, I am residing in front of Mahila University of Padmavati Mahila University, Tirupati. There is one madam, I don't want to name her. She is feeding 100 cats, puppies, 100. And you know, they are not taking care of their own elderly people, for that matter. They are taking care of daily, they are buying 10 to 15 liters of milk to feed that cats. So this is the scenario, and where we are going to end, we are not able to understand. And almost all the communicable diseases which are affecting eyes, which are affecting lungs, which are affecting not everything. And even in our the great Alexander also died with a small mosquito bite, that we all know. So like this, we are buying the problems instead of getting rid of the problems. We being people are just addicting to this modern, what can I say, is a fashion. Compassion is a passion. So daily in the morning, one gentleman comes with a stick and with the mustache and when Alsatian dog. So he feels that he's a Jamindar. So this is the psychology. This is the new trend we are entering. So this of the WCOP platform only can enlighten, can bring awareness, can do something for this just people who are developing a new trend in the sense it is compassion, passion, whatnot, everything. So even without the dog, they are not going to their respective places or even to relatives' houses or somewhere else. You know, I am telling you one case from Bangalore. So he sent, that boy sent, he is living for some other country. So along with his wife, temporary for 10 days, and his father is living at Tirupati. He arranged a car by paying 13,000 to that carwala, and that dog came by car, and that gentleman left that dog in the father's house, and simply he went back. So totally he spent 15,000 just to bring that dog to this Tirupati. That is the scenario. Even a fellow who is suffering, I came to know there are people when they come to this just society, when they mingle in these functions or somewhere, they speak very nicely about their own parents, but when they go back, they are not at all feeding or taking care of their own parents, and they are not feeding their parents. That is the system. That is the society we are living. We are leading. We are really just like just it is a complete. What can I say? The psychology of people. I am not able to understand. So I request we're really fortunate to have Professor Ganeshan sir, who is a world-renowned trainer. Why I am using world-renowned trainer? If you ask any simple problem or a complex problem, he is just answering it without just any kind of he's not even mincing, not even 1 second he's not wasting. He's just delivering the answer step by step in an effective manner. So again, thanks to our Ganeshan sir, because he is guiding us, helping us, and doing an human service to the psychologists. So this is a nice platform, an effective platform. One can just enrich their knowledge as far as trainings are concerned, and they can in turn just render good service in a scientific manner and extend counseling to the needy people. So with this very small introduction, I'm handovering the mic to Repertoire Ramadevi.
Thank you, sir. As you said, there are many allergies to be dealt with. So I hope Ganeshan sir will give us the solution. So you said for every complex solution, Ganeshan sir has a simple solution. So I may now invite our chief guest, Professor M.C. Redappa-Reddy sir.
Continuing the session on allergies.
Yeah.
And today also, like the previous day, and the president has indicated the people are interested in dogs and cats, and naturally they will lead to allergy because the hair fall and the dust on these animals will create allergy to the person who is rearing the dog or cat, and also to the family members. They should be very much aware of this. Keeping the pets creates problems. That creates allergies, which they may not know, but later they will suffer skin allergy, breathing allergy, etc. But Professor President has indicated why these people are caring more for the pets than the family members. I would like to quote here one example that the criminals in prisons were given a pet to take care of. A pup was given, a dog was given, different breeds. They have to give food, wash the pets, train the pets with the help of a trainer. Then they found the criminals have been rehabilitated to a very successful level. And why it is happening? Because they are able to relate to a living thing like a dog or pup. But what is happening to people who are in the society, as seen by our president, is they want to control the pup. They are feeding, they are controlling everything, they are under control. The problem is the wives are not under control or the husbands are not under control. Children are not at control. They want to have something which is totally dependent on them for food and wash and walk and defecation. But what I would suggest to these people is they will create allergy to the family members because of the love of the pet. So they should keep a distance, especially abroad. Even in air-conditioned rooms, they are having a pet and they are sleeping in the same bed. Okay, sometimes they rear tigers, etc. But ultimately they will be affected. But others will be also affected. Not only the pet owner, but the family members will be affected. So best thing is not to rear pets, but relate to the family members. Love and care and interact with the family members instead of focusing all the attention on a pet, which will lead to various allergies, especially breathing and skin allergies. Okay, so that's my view on what the president has indicated. Now we will move on to other types of allergies. If the participants want to discuss something, we will take it up. Yes,
Lakshman
please.
sir.
Yes, Amacham. Yes.
Yes, sir. You were having some long story.
No, but the subject was already covered because it is a peanut and soya allergies which the boy has suffered and led to a emergency room where he was treated for about breathing and all that. Meanwhile, his sister, who is also a doctor, was praying for him. Their sister happened to be my student, and she was crying and all that. So then I asked her what is happening. The brother is in a serious condition. I told her that what is wrong with him. She said, we went to India and in a hotel he ate it and the food has peanuts. And he was admitted in the emergency in Bangalore and treated. The funny part of it, the doctor's sister was praying for him to the extent that she has taken a vow with the Lord Venkateswara and she tonsured her hair. And when she came back and I said, why did you have your transfer? The story all came out that my brother is being seriously ill because of the peanut allergy. And that is why that all this happened. And the whole story came out because of the brother's illness to the extent of being admitted into emergency. And that is what the seriousness of peanut allergy that the doctor herself has suffered. So I wanted to share this and how serious the peanut allergy was to a particular boy. That is the reason why I thought it is some sort of humanitarian story that could be shared.
Sure.
And yes, sir.
Actually, to supplement what Sri Lakshman Rao Garu has told, some of the nuts, they are not only allergic, they are poisonous also. That lead to death also. Say, for example, the badam which we take, it should be soaked in water and the skin should be peeled and only the nut will be taken. That is very important. And people who do not know, if they take it with the cover, of the
The
badam.
skin, badam skin, and
Yeah, skin of the badam is poisonous.
and
So that
చేదుగా కూడా ఉంటుందండి అది. స్కిన్
yeah,
సమ్ టైమ్స్ చేదు.
some children will die.
Bitter.
Children below the age of 5, they go on taking badam, they will simply die. So they should be advised. The parents should not give badam. They have to soak it in water overnight and peel the skin and then give the pulp only. Okay. But these things are not known to people. Even educated people do not know. So a lot of public knowledge is required in this area.
Sometimes
And
peanuts
allergy-
also like that, sir. Peanuts also.
Peanuts
uh,
also for some people, are sensitive. Yes.
Some people cashew
Yes.
nuts also, sir.
In the previous session, I told if such allergies for some nuts have to be treated. This can be done. Say, for example, if you take the peanuts with the cover and take it, no problem. The poisonous effect of the skin will go away. Or if you fry it, it will go away. But if you take fresh peanuts, that creates problem. The peanut butter is very famous in the US and now it is catching up in India also. So the way in which you process the peanut is very important. So it can be fried or it can be baked and then it can be taken. Because these nuts, they carry some poisonous material in the skin so that even animals will get allergy. Humans will also get allergy. So in villages, what they do is they roast it or they bake it with water. Then that aspect, poisonous aspect is diffused. So this should be told to the public.
raw peanuts are supposed to be dangerous then.
Raw peanut is dangerous compared to fried one. Fried
Thank you,
ones
sir.
are safer. Action for the seed, which will lead to the plant. So the poison is in the cover. So either an animal or human who takes it. Not everybody, but somebody who is vulnerable will have a problem. So better to soak it in water, okay, and then that will go away. And boil it and take it or roast it, then that goes away. Either in oil or dryly, it can be roasted. Along with sand, they will roast. It will give very good smell. They sell it in the market. So that is safer because the material in the skin is lost. It applies to most of the nuts.
They are temptation to the people who would like to enjoy beer.
Yeah. Okay. Any other observation, comment, or any particular allergen you want to discuss?
Sir,
Sir,
some
yes,
allergies.
sir,
Yes.
due to plants also, some people get allergies. Leaves, plant
I'm not
leaves.
able to hear you.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. Due to plant leaves, some plant leaves also give allergy.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah, that how to identify these leaves, sir?
No, because the traditional knowledge in any culture will say, don't touch this leaf or don't eat it.
Yeah.
But if you boil it, then that goes away. Okay, and when you put turmeric powder, again, that detoxifies.
వంకాయ కూడానండి, వంకాయ somebody
Yeah.
feels very allergic to వంకాయలు.
Okay, yeah,
Brinjal.
yeah. Brinjal.
Brinjal, yes, yes, yes.
Sir, but some allergies,
Yes.
like some kids also develop allergies by birth also, no, sir? Because one of the family friends in Australia, their son, the mother was taking the food and like normal food and everything, but the baby who was on the feeding, he was developing all the allergies on his body, like all rashes over the cheeks and body completely. The body was completely rashes. So when they rushed to the hospital, they said that the boy is allergic to out of 20, he was allergic to 19 items.
Okay.
So now he
Now, if you
okay.
can, if
So the
we
doctors
locate
advised mother to take care in her diet.
okay. First of all, we have to locate the allergen so that we can desensitize that person. Because tomato and brinjal, all
In some cases, drumsticks also.
Yeah, yes. That shows the vulnerability of the person who is suffering. That they have to be desensitized according to the procedure which I have already told. But if it is non-vegetarian food, don't try to desensitize. Allow them to be vegetarians. It is good.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I have to share one of the problems that why I left Delhi was because of the petrol hydrocarbon. The doctor said that you are allergic to hydrocarbon emissions. So either you should leave Delhi or you should bear with it. That is how I left Delhi because of the I was exposed to the petroleum fumes at the most places like signal lamps and also driving behind the cars and all that. So I was very much allergic to it.
Okay. Now, what they do is they have got a gas mask. You will look like a astronaut. If you put on the gas mask and go, nothing will affect you because there are chemical protectors there. You will appear, I mean, they cannot identify you because you have got a mask with a nose like that and a filter and a biochemical. You can't survive in Delhi or New York with that mask. But if you go scotch-free, you will be finished. So some systems are not adaptable.
So yes, that's the reason why I left Delhi and came back to Hyderabad.
Good, good. You have come back to Telugu land. That's good.
Sir, I need one suggestion for chalk dust.
Yeah. What is it, Ramadevi? What is it you are telling?
It is about chalk dust, the chalk piece we write on the board now, sir.
Yeah, dust is there. It is not chalk piece. Dust. Dust creates a problem.
Yes, sir, because I was allergic to that because when I was teaching, I used to write on the board and I got the cough. I suffered nearly for 4 to 5 months with severe cough. Consulting all the pulmonologists and everything. Finally, they said that you are allergic to chalk dust, and the same repeated even after 10 years.
Yeah, you have to wear a mask like the corona.
Thankfully, you are not talcum powder is okay, right?
Yes, sir. Not only talcum powder, but certain perfumes are also allergic. After identifying, you should keep away. Even aftershave lotions, for some people it is allergic. Any fragrance is create allergy. It is better to go without any chemical material. You can go in for sandalwood oil, which is a very good perfume. And there are other things like javadu. Okay,
Eucalyptus oil also, sir. Eucalyptus oil.
Pardon?
Eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus.
Yeah, yes, eucalyptus is also an irritant. We think we irritate the tissues in the nose. That's the problem. So it is better first to identify and avoid. That is the only way. If you have to face it, then you have to keep a mask. The other day, I went to a dentist because of the corona time. He was wearing a mask and looking like an astronaut. I could not identify. Okay, it's like a mask which the police people wear when they release a bomb. Okay, but it is protective. It depends upon, it's an occupational hazard. Like in the case of Ramadevi, being a teacher, she has to write on the chalkboard. Or she can buy a whiteboard and write with a marker pen. She can buy one like that, because the management may not give. But in her own cost, she can buy a whiteboard and a sketch pen, marker pen, she can keep writing. We have to find alternatives.
Yes, sir, I did the same thing, sir.
Yeah, very
That
good.
was in long way in 2000 and 2001, sir, that year, during that
Okay.
year.
Okay, okay. Because that's what the managers do in the training programs, only whiteboard and marker pen.
Yes, sir.
And as a school teacher, cannot afford. But if somebody is allergic, you have to buy a board of your own and then use the pen. Marker pen. No, what? See, we have to solve the problem. That's it. Because some people are hypersensitive to all these things. They may be children, they may be adults. And especially with old age, the sensitivity increases. So we have to make them protected. Some people are allergic to touch, and some people are allergic to light, bright light, and allergic to noise. For all that, if they cannot escape, they have to adapt. Either you escape or you have to adapt. Adaptation, there are. Yes, yes, Dr. Sudhakar Reddy garu.
Good evening, sir.
After a long time. We are discussing about
Yeah,
allergy.
thank you, sir.
So it is a,
Thank you,
it
sir.
is a neurological problem also, hypersensitivity.
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
but what about the people who say that I am allergic to that person? Especially
Yeah,
husband says I am allergic to my wife's face and
It is a person specific allergy.
yes, sir.
Specific allergy. Okay. Which can be also treated. Which can be also treated. But tell me about the case. Some details of the case, then I will share the technique.
No, sir. I too have experience as counseling psychologist. You
Yes.
see, I have counseled many a couples. You know,
Okay.
the wife starts telling, at least in an half an hour or 1 hour session, 10 to 15 times, I am allergic to see my husband's face, sir. I am
Okay.
allergic to see my husband's face. I can't bear. I can't hurt. I can't see him. Like this, she speaks like as if she has gun. She can automatically shoot him there. So that is the like that they go on say 5 to 6 counseling sessions. Will they go on repeating almost, I think, a brain storming session like in another technique. So
Okay.
any habit, if it is a bad one, if it is repeated, if it is habituated, then it becomes a good habit. So my worry is, you know,
Yes.
and similarly, this fellow also, when husband comes, no, I am allergic. I can't face, I can't see her. That means this fellow started something somewhere.
Okay. Yes. He is having somebody's picture in the mind.
Yeah.
He
So
is not coinciding with the wife or husband's face. That's a
Yeah.
problem. So what I would suggest is imagine and project that the wife's face or the husband's face is a face of your preference. Start imagining. Then things will be solved. Suppose somebody likes Ramba, the cine actress. Imagine that your wife is having the face of Ramba. Then problem will be solved. Okay. Or Manisha Koirala. Aishwarya Rai. Imagine that your wife's face is like that. Or the husband's face is that of the hero whom you like, or the boyfriend you have liked. Try that. And definitely they will try because the brain has been trained to do that. Okay, you are only giving a sanction and that will become all right. Because the human brain can do a lot of imagination. Yes. What else we will discuss now?
Sir, some people are allergic to milk products also, right, sir?
Who is speaking?
Sir, Vinusha, sir.
Okay.
Some people are allergic.
To milk. Actually, some of the vegetarians say milk is an animal food. Milk is non-vegetarian. If somebody doesn't like milk, don't give guava, avoid it. One need not take milk. Okay. One thing is we are projecting our thoughts on the client. If they don't like milk or milk related products, ask them to avoid. Okay. But somebody is allergic to rice or wheat, you have to help them. Or fish or non-vegetarian, ask them to drop it. There are alternatives. As well as there are alternatives, no problem. Pulses, I have already discussed. Okay. Grains, that can be treated. That case can be treated. But milk allergy, some people have. Okay. It can be ignored.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, some are allergic to pollen grains of the flowers.
Yes.
The rain trees or the
It happens, especially in foreign countries, it happens.
Yeah, pollen.
During the fall, there will be a lot of pollen grains which are moving in the air. Best thing is to have a mask because it's an environmental factor. And some people are sensitive. So they have to protect themselves. Like you have an umbrella, a raincoat in the rain, you have to protect yourself. You need not be desensitized to such things. Preventive care, you have to take care.
Sir, but some say that they don't have the breathing problem with the pollen, but it causes skin rashes when it falls on the skin. So the covering up of the skin will help them, sir.
Now, please repeat.
Some say they don't have the breathing problem with the pollen, but they say that they have the skin rashes that causes the itching and everything. So in such case, because even if they cover the hands with the full sleeve, still they find it difficult to walk in that particular area if it is necessary. In such cases, what can be done?
No, we have to find out whether there is a real physical problem or it is a emotional problem or imaginary problem. Okay, if it is imaginary problem, it can be solved. But if it is a real physical problem, then we have to try to change. If it is absolutely required, we can find a method.
Yes, sir, it is a physical problem because it is causing skin itching all the time. So the boy, he's 11 years now. He keeps on itching over all the hands and everything. So because he can't avoid the stool and the plant, there are many trees that causes him more allergic. He uses the mask, but still he finds allergic.
I would like to quote one case where a child was getting temperature repeatedly. So we have to go to the cause of the problem, real cause. Okay. So the doctors were treating with so many medicines, etc. Nothing helped. The temperature kept coming again and again. They were surprised. Then they asked the child, "You are getting fever. You are not able to go to school. You are not able to go and play. How do you feel?" The child said, "I really enjoy." How do you enjoy? On leave and with me, I am liking it. What is it? The fever is caused by the mind because the child likes the mother to be nearby and the temperature goes up. Is it possible when the mind says the body cooperates? So what is required when a boy says he is having allergy and all that, you have to attend to his emotional needs. Whether he is happy with the father and the mother, whether he is it an attention seeking, you have to find out. Whether they are ignoring the child, punishing the child, loving and caring, etc., you have to examine. So you should not see it only with the pollen and also the skin rashes. Get into the emotional aspect. As I used to say always, you have a problem, look around for the psychological triggering mechanism, like in the family, what is happening between the child and the mother and the father and the grandpa and grandma, and try to repair that. And that is the only way to relieve the person of that kind of allergy. You may be wrongly diagnosing it as caused by pollen grain. Okay. So the emotional problems can create allergies, like creating temperature also. Fever keeps on coming because the child wants to be attended to by the mother and mother spends time with the child. So the whole bodily reaction can be influenced by the desire of the person. Okay. Please examine that.
Sure, sir. Sir, we have some questions in the chat box.
Yes.
Kunutu Reddy Garu.
Yes.
Sir, are you there? Kunutu
No.
Reddy Garu, are you there, sir?
I don't think he is there.
No, sir, he is there.
Okay.
Kunutu Reddy Garu, are you there? Can you please unmute and speak up?
Is it Sulu Rambab Garu?
No, sir. Some Kunutu Reddy Garu.
Yes,
Sir, you can ask your question, sir.
yes, madam. I'm just trying to ask.
Yes, sir,
Oh.
carry on.
Just a minute. Sorry.
It's okay, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. But
Yes, sir. There is no specific definition for allergy, if I am
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yes.
So, allergy is almost non-defined reaction by an individual or whatever.
Okay.
In that case, are
Yes.
there any genetic engineering techniques evolved across the world to handle these allergies in order to develop resistance to allergies, specific allergies and all that?
Okay.
That would be, I consider, as a means to combat allergies across the world as far as the humans are concerned, including animals. Animals also suffer from allergies.
Yes. Yes.
Unfortunately, they are less recognized as compared to that of humans,
Yes. Yes.
preferentially.
Yes.
In that
So,
case, are there any studies in this regard?
oh yes. That is, you have to identify which is the allergen which creates the allergy and then
Yeah.
treat in that case. It's
Sure.
like
Yeah.
tailor-made things. There is no overall method. Individualized method required.
Research is required continuously.
So Getsi Solomon.
Yes, yes. Please come forward.
Sir, is there any particular way to make note of the triggers and to follow up with that, sir? Is there any particular procedure for that?
Procedure for?
Noting down the triggers.
Yeah, that is there. The MDs,
How to go about to follow up with the triggers, sir?
allergy specialists, they have got a rubber stamp, okay, like a crisscross box-like thing, okay, and they put a rubber stamp on the forearm and injects different allergens in highly diluted form into each square. And then if there is a bulging, then they say it is allergy to brinjal or tomato or fish. They identify. But sometimes they are not able to identify. No reaction is there, but still the allergy continues. Okay. Then if that is the case, it is a mind. Okay. It is a memory. It is a flashback which creates the problem. So the screening can be done by an MD, and after that it can be referred to a psychologist for behavior therapy, desensitization, etc.
Hmm. Okay. Otherwise, on a day-to-day basis, we have to should we make the note of all the things that are causing stress? Even for example, if it is psychological, how do we go about it, sir?
Yeah, for example, the school phobia, school allergy or office allergy, it comes only when they go to school or college or office.
Yeah.
Before that, everything is okay. If it is a weekend, no problem. Monday, they have to go to office or school, then the reaction comes. Okay. So by that, we can find out. By observation, we can find out.
Okay.
Now, what is allergy? By definition is the person is not able to get along with some stimulants in the environment. Sometimes it can be a husband or wife or teacher or whatever. Okay, it can be persons, it can be plants, it can be fruits, it can be food, it can be pollen. So many things are there. Like our president's cases, the wife doesn't like to look at the face of the husband. So he becomes the allergen. That is why I said, ask her to imagine that the face, she can, like graphics, like in some films, they change the face like that. The brain has the capacity to imagine and replace the face of the actual person with some other imagined person's face also. Okay, it's like graphics. It has the capacity, and that is one way to change.
So only the person can do it, right, sir? The one who's undergoing the allergic reaction can
can
keenly
imagine,
monitor and observe and then make note of.
Yes, they have to find out. And sometimes they may not know, but the therapist can identify. Help the person to identify.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Actually, it is a allergy. It can be replaced with the name of phobia. It is an irrational fear. Irrational in the sense others are able to get along, but some people are hypersensitive. So that can be treated. So in some way, the allergies and the phobias are synonymous.
Sir, I have a point here.
Yeah.
Now I heard one speech by a doctor who was talking about the lungs and stuff, and he was telling how we have to go on the street or in the area wearing double mask and protecting yourself and stuff.
Yes.
Now my question is, should we do the external protection, or is it okay to build ourselves from within to make ourselves strong enough to face any kind of allergy? Or should we take protective measures then and there and do it on the external?
Yeah. But the thing is to take a protective cover like an umbrella or a raincoat or gumboots. Okay. But in case it is not possible, you have to develop the instance. Like people who are trained in army okay,
Mm.
and karate experts, etc. They learn to adapt to whatever rough situation that comes, etc. So that can be given by training. Okay, the soldiers are made to crawl in the mud. Okay, whereas it is not necessary for common people because their conditions they have to face.
Mm.
So that becomes part of the training in army and police, black hats like that. So humans can adapt. It's not a problem. But an ordinary person may not adapt. They can depend upon some protective measures.
But do we see this as a convenient option, sir? Like people who are like, most of them will be like, I can't cook because I'm allergic to dust or like smoke or something. Is it like, because even take a village, a person in the village, they have no choice. They have to go to the chula and cook and stuff. But in the city, we have maids, we have choices. So is it like, is it a convenient option or a choice they make? Or do they, can they adapt and like, get themselves stronger and like get into that kind?
You can do it both ways. A wife may say, I'm allergic to kitchen. No, in order to make the husband to do the cooking.
Yeah.
So it depends upon the case. Okay. If he is a kind, compassionate husband, he can cook. She may be playing a trick also. This allergy is, it can be a malingering. It is not only allergy. Even serious mental illnesses can be malingering. They are acting it out because they are having some benefits. Okay. If the mother-in-law says she is mentally
So
ill,
beneficial allergies, isn't it?
yeah. No. Makeup. You're putting a makeup. So if the mother-in-law says she is going mad, then the mother-in-law will, or the mother-in-law is going mad, then the mother-in-law will. Are they playing the trick? Is it the game that people play? According to Eric Bond, that you have to identify and gradually change.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions from participants?
Reddy garu, Professor Sudhakar Reddy garu.
Unnara ikkada?
Yes, I am just requesting Professor Sudhakar Reddy to.
Yes.
Because after a long time he joined, he can contribute his own cases.
Yes.
I think he is not in, sir.
He has come and he has gone.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He's not in now.
Yes. Any participants, please. Any participant.
Sir, can I ask one question not related to this topic?
Yeah, why not? Go ahead.
Okay, sir. I have one case. He speaks fluently as usual, but when the time comes to speak higher authorities, he feels stammering, and when he asks a doubt, he hesitates to ask. The whole time he spends hesitation. So, could you suggest any tips, sir, to overcome that problem, like social anxiety?
What is the age of the person? Education?
25 years, and he is a software employee.
Okay. No, you may not have opportunities to talk to others because that is an occupational hazard. He only interacts with the computer. Okay. He is not interacting with humans. Okay. He is interacting with the machine only.
Okay.
So what I would suggest is ask him to, when you want him to speak, the first step is to read. Ask him to read a material for half an hour. Take a book and start reading, whatever book of his choice. That is the first thing. Second thing, ask him to make a lot of noise, howling noise. shouting at the top of his voice. Second, third thing, ask him to laugh aloud. Okay, intermittently for about half an hour. Okay, then he will lose all his inhibition to speak. The vocal cords will become flexible and come under control by shouting. Laughing also creates, it removes the shyness to interact with people. And reading makes him only to talk. Okay, only reading. Okay.
Loud reading, sir? It's
Loud
loud.
reading.
Okay.
Top of the voice reading, like reading like a politician speaks. Okay, shout without mic. Okay. And ask him to do it standing, because when he stands and reads, his BP will go up. BP is down when the person lies down. When he sits, BP goes up. When he stands, BP goes up. And when he runs, BP goes up. But when he stands and shouts, his BP will go up. But then he will learn how to adapt to the BP, which comes due to speaking. Because he doesn't want to have the BP going up. That's why he is very calm and quiet. And if he is unmarried, he will look for a wife who is also silent. Okay. But if the wife shouts, this fellow will keep on. So train him now to speak, to interact. And another technique is ask him to sit in a chair, ask a question, ask him to go to the other chair and give the answer. He'll be questioning, he'll be answering, he'll be questioning, he'll be answering. Okay. Then his brain learns how to question and how to answer. Otherwise, he will go on looking for answers from others. That's also one training method.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Siddha. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Oh, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, this is Manish Kumar, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are
Am I
audible.
audible?
You are audible. Video is not on.
Sir,
Anyway,
it's okay. Related to this, like pollen grains or noise, light, what you said, if allergens are physical, like chemicals, what you said is very much satisfied.
yeah.
The remedies you have said. But coming to the persons you said, like one husband, with opposing characters or something else. But you said, just imagine Ramba's face, Aishwarya's face. Is it, how far it is, how far it is practical?
But one should not tell the wife. If you tell the wife, you will be beaten up. You have to do it in collaboration with the therapist. And don't expose that you are imagining something.
This is universal allergy, sir. Almost coming to the wife and husband's allergies, universal allergies.
It is not. Please don't generalize. Your personal experience, you don't generalize.
It's not my personal. As I'm facing many clients coming with me.
No. Only clients are coming to you. You don't know about the general population.
Yeah.
You are from which place?
Yes.
You are from which place? Are you from Tirupati or what?
No, Anantapuram.
Anantapur. Okay.
Yes.
But you don't have information about all the people resident of Anantapur.
Yeah.
That means only half a dozen people have come to you or 2 dozen people have come to you.
Yes.
That's the proper sampling. Okay.
Nah.
So please don't generalize.
Yes.
Okay. But you tell this method, this is the first step in the method. Imagine the person whom you like.
Yes.
Second stage is imagine and then come back to look at the face.
Okay.
Look at the face and come back to see the real face. Alternate, both ways. So this is a way you go away from your imagination. First, project the imagination. Second, imagination and reality. Imagination and reality. Then you will know how to digest the reality.
Okay.
That is the second stage.
If
Then
it is
you
physical,
have no need to imagine.
Okay. If physical dissatisfaction regarding glamour are okay, what you are saying is it's very good. But coming to their mental glamour, if they hate the other persons, I think we need to go other remedies, psychological remedies, it seems.
Yeah, that's right. No, you are thinking about imagination alone.
Yes.
Person is a mentally ill person. They are
Okay.
in touch with reality. That is why we go in their own way, imagine, and then come to reality, imagine, come to reality, then they will understand there is no use of imagining because the reality is there. Imagination is not.
Yes.
That is why you have to push them in the same way and then bring them back. That's the technique.
Very good. Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I have a question.
Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah, well, to what extent the meditation is going to combat allergies?
Yes, it will help to a very great extent.
Yeah.
Because meditation brings you down from the external world and makes you to look into your own thought, your own feelings. That is more real than the external world. So meditation really helps if they do it properly and for the required time.
Can it be a universal remedy for all types of allergy?
Yes. Not only allergies or any physical and mental problem, meditation is a solution. But people are not disciplined. They can't keep quiet for 15 minutes per day.
Very true.
The mind is it is always chattering. Meditation makes the mind not to chatter for at least 15 minutes. Then they can take control of the world.
Very true. Very true.
How to do it? There are many techniques in meditation.
Yeah. I strongly feel that the World Psychologist Congress are very, very competent to advocate the people to undertake meditation as a remedial measure.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
We agree with you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, can I add one point, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, for almost these respiratory allergies, sir, I think this pranayama is the best one, sir. It's pranayama.
Yeah, we have already discussed about Kulaneti, Sutraneti, Kapalabhati, and Bhastika and all that. They're all very good. Yeah.
Yes,
it
sir.
is not only for allergies. It will help you to bring down your unnecessary imagination. Okay. The mind is capable of imagining constructively and also destructively. So to make the mind to think constructively, this is the way. Pranayama, Anuloma, Viloma, Pranayama, etc. They are very good. But people have lost touch with the meditation processes. That's why he has got a department of yoga and consciousness.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Nananji. Okay, shall we summarize, sir? Ganeshan, sir?
Yeah, please do. Please.
I am Ramadevi.
Yes, sir. Sir, allergies are, first of all, I would like to thank Ganeshan sir for his valuable time to us. So allergies are caused due to the hypersensitivity of the brain and the body. So we have few allergens. It is like the nuts, especially most of the people have the nuts, allergic to nuts. So the best thing is to soak them and peel the skin, and to either to roast them and peel the skin and to have it. So pets cause really breathing and skin allergy. So if they are causing allergy, it is better to avoid the pets. Otherwise, have to be very keen in taking care of ourselves, like cleaning the pets and all. So if the person is allergic to some other person, it is advised to imagine the person whom they admire and close eyes for 5 minutes and imagine, and then again open the eyes and look at the person for 5 more minutes. If we continue it like blinking for 5 minutes, reduce the time to 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 1 minute, and immediately closing and opening the eyes, the person will come to the reality. So if allergic to milk product, as milk is an animal product, so people, if they are allergic, it is better to avoid it. And the pollen grains and the chalk dust, it is good to use mask. So in one case, which is Ganeshan sir has said, the child was getting temperature and again, and he was being absent from the school regularly. So upon asking the child, the child said, if I stay at home, my mother will be there to take care of her. I will spend some time with my mother. So he has developed the fear that if I go leave my mother, I will not be better. So when we look at the problem, it is better to examine the emotional problems and look for if there is any attention seeking issue. So pranayama also will help, and the meditation also helps to a lot of extent to all kinds of allergies. So it is advisable to practice pranayama at least for 15 days, or meditation for 15 minutes. So that discipline has to be inculcated by the persons. So there is, if there is in other countries, they will use like the Ganeshan says, a rubber thing or they will put it on the hand and they inject the allergens in that particular. So when it is pollen, so it is allergic. So that is how the allergic test will be done, because it takes at least 2 to 1 whole, sometimes a whole day to get tested. So if nothing is screened by the doctor, that means if the MD says there is no allergies, but still the child or the person feels allergies, then it should be taken to the consultant psychologist, so that if it is like any trigger in the mind, that can be treated by that can be desensitized by the psychologist. So to identify the triggers, it is most of the times it is by observations, and prevention is much better than cure. So if the person is very allergic, if it is like physical thing, it has to be diagnosed, and if it feels that it is an emotional response, it can be desensitized. The case discussed by a person, Sita ma'am, says that a person is not able to speak fluently in front of is a higher officials or on the stage. So the person should be asked to read a material aloud for half an hour, ask him to make a howling sound, or read the material at the top of his voice, laugh out loud for half an hour, and everything has to be done either by sitting or sleeping. I mean, lying on the bed, so that the BP doesn't go up. So this removes the sinus. There is one more technique, that is, he has to take 2 chairs. One chair here, in one chair he has to sit and ask the question, and he has to answer the question by sitting at the other side. So by shuffling from a chair to chair, asking and answering the questions, the child will, the person will learn to speak out loud and answer and improve his communication. That is all for what we have learned. I think I lost it somewhere in the between. Okay. So some are malingering as well. That means if the person is not interested, he may also say that I'm allergic to it. So that has to be taken care if it is really like any such thing, any behavioral issue. So that is it for today. So if I missed anything, participants, please make a note. So Sudhakar Reddy sir is here, sir.
Okay. Then with regard to allergies, with the permission of our Ganeshan sir, we will have some, if they need, 1 or 2 programs later. And then on 3rd, we are switching out to another topic. Just kindly make it convenient to attend that program. So once again, thanks to our Ganeshan sir and Reddy, then another very important personalities, J.V. Lakshman Rao, and other core committee members and executive committee members and beloved participants. Once again, good night to everyone. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night and thank you.
Thank you.